With the rooster deer rut approaching, I decided that I would put in a big effort this year to try and get myself a decent rooster stag. I normally do hunt with my mates, but this year I thought I'm just going to put that big effort in by myself and see if I can just put myself against these stags and see if I can get the job done. I've been hunting this property for 5 years now and I've kind of worked out their movements, with early mornings being the best time to try and catch one out in the open before they move their way back into the scrub. My plan was to drive to the property in the very early hours of the morning and arrive at the property just before sunrise. The amount of rain this year meant there was no chance of getting a vehicle anywhere under the property, so I'd walk from the front gate.
I'm Brent. For me, hunting and fishing is not just about the harvest of an animal. It's about the challenge. It's about the adventure. It's about mateship. It's about getting outdoors where I feel most alive. This is Breno's Outdoors.
Doe and a spike 20 metres away, but there's a bachelor herd in the bushes behind it. Bigger ones are on the other side of those trees, but I can't speak. These couple that are just here, you can hear them. There's a mob of about 10 of them, mostly stags. I don't think there's a shooter in amongst them, but the bigger ones are on the other side of those trees. Oh, here he comes.
As the rut drew closer, the young stags started to round up the does. They started getting a little fired up and started play fighting and doing their thing.
Check this out, 2 stags. They're play fighting. They're about like 20-30 metres away.
The next couple of trips sort of went the same fashion. There was no big stags turning up, plenty of small stags, no shooters. Then came July, and I started seeing some bigger stags turning up in my trail cams. That's one lucky fox. I did hear a roar up here, just up this hill, so I didn't want to go past him because there might be a big stag up here. Probably not, but I'll go with it. There was no stag up there, but on the next trip, things are about to change. I did my usual thing, got there early, started walking into position in the dark, but this day was different. I could hear the rooster stags all roaring around me in the hills. As the sun come up, I saw 2 stags out in the paddocks. Buck fever took over and I'm shaking like a leaf. I had to try and make a break for this patch of trees so I can get a rest on one of those trees. The only problem was there was a doe and a fawn at that same patch of trees. The doe hadn't seen me yet, but she must have heard me. She was looking in my direction. I stood still, watching this doe for what felt like half an hour, but it was probably only a couple of minutes. Then I started to see the stags moving off. I had to make a move. I lined up a couple of trees and put them between me and the doe and started very quietly trying to get down closer. It didn't work. The doe saw some movement, thought something was up, and barked at me and ran off. I thought that was going to be the end of the game, but that actually fired the stag up. He thought that I was maybe another stag trying to move in on his girl. He fired up, started roaring, it's coming my way. I got a rest on a tree, calmed my breathing down as much as I could. The stag come in about 100 metres and turned broadside, and I let one rip.
I've done it. I might have got him roaring. I was filming a doe. There was a rooster stag roaring in the paddock. Big stag. He's got all sorts of stuff hanging off his antlers. He come towards me. It's like he thought that someone was trying to take his girl or something. He comes charging towards me. So I snuck down to a tree and then I got a rest and I've shot him at about 100 metres. Oh man, I've spent so much time on this property trying to get a good one here and it's finally happened for me today. Yes. I did it, guys. I think that one's gonna go on the wall. That's the biggest deer I've ever shot. I can't believe this. Look at him. He's beautiful. He's a rooster stag. This is what they do. They cover themselves in this stuff. Apparently it makes them more attractive to the ladies. But yeah, I'm so happy. That is the biggest antlered deer I've ever shot. And I am over the moon. Wow. He's all busted up. See, his neck's all... He's been fighting hard. He is... Oh man. He's been in some wars, eh? Alright. I think I'll do a shoulder mount. This is even though he's a bit busted up, but that just adds to the character, I think. So I've got no chance of getting the car anywhere near here because it's been raining that hard that you can't get a car anywhere within kilometres of here. So I'll cape him out. I'll get what meat I can. He's a big boy. So we'll do what we can, but this guy's coming home with me. Yes. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Check out my tripod. I went and got some sticks. Looks quite well. It's not going to be easy getting out of here. This guy is heavy, so it's going to be all worthwhile, but because I think I might have said already, I'm so bloody happy. Alright, let's get into it.